Hi, welcome to Reacts with Jax. I'm Jax, and today I'm reacting to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I can't wait to see this movie. I loved the first one, and I think this movie takes place almost immediately after the first one ends. So we have a brand new crew of people together. They've just given up one of the Infinity Stones, so we know that they're on a pretty good path right now. I'm really hoping they start interacting with other members of the MCU. We have seen so far in Phase 3 Captain America Civil War and Doctor Strange, and so now we are on to Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and I don't know what to expect from this. It seems like everything in Phase 3 has been so much more intense, the stakes are a lot higher, and it seems like a lot of the different storylines are starting to converge more than they used to. So I'm hoping that that means the members of the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to have more of an interwoven plot with all of the other people from Earth, especially since Peter's from Earth. I also want to give a disclaimer. I got almost everyone's name wrong in the previous Guardians of the Galaxy reaction, so just be fully prepared for me to get everyone's name wrong in this, and I will be so excited if I get everyone's name right. Okay, make sure you're subscribed, hit that bell notification, and like this video if you enjoy this content. It really supports my channel. Let's get started. Missouri. 1980. I don't remember if Quill was already alive. Dairy Queen. Oh, I could go for one of their blizzards. They did not stop for a blizzard. Fools.
Meredith Quill.
I can't believe I fell in love with a spaceman.
So what is that? 34 years later, okay.
Showtime, a-holes!
Okay.
So your thing was a sword.
We've been hired to stop an interdimensional beast from feeding on those batteries, and I'm gonna stop it with a sword.
It's just swords were your thing.
Okay.
I have sensitive nipples.
Oh, he's a baby. Yes, you are Groot. And you're being Groot so well.
Well, that's intense.
Oh, he has swords. You can do it. I believe in you. Well, at least if they die in the opening credits, they're dying to a good song. Oh, he's doing that thing where he pretends he doesn't move. What is that big alien thing? It wants to feast on the batteries? Did he just hit the camera? That was such a cute way of referencing the camera.
The beast hides too thick to be pierced from the outside. I must cut through it from the inside.
No. No, no. No, don't do that. What if he just died?
It is the same level of thickness from the inside as from the outside.
I realize that!
Oh. Okay. I would not have realized that. Oh, don't you hate that? Ah, she has to use a sword. That's what? Okay, that thing is spitting out something so pretty, but I imagine it doesn't feel good to get hit by that.
We could not risk the lives of our own citizens.
Every citizen is born exactly as designed by the community.
Why don't you just design some that are meant to protect the battery?
I guess I prefer to make people the old-fashioned way.
Give me a history lesson in the archaic ways of our ancestors.
Oh!
I would be honored, yes, in the name of research. I think that could be pretty,
Isn't that your girlfriend? Or is that not official? Oh, okay.
What is your heritage, Mr. Quill?
I'm wondering the same thing.
My mother is from Earth.
And your father?
He ain't from Missouri. That's all I know.
You're so blessed they didn't kill you.
You're telling me. You want to buy some batteries?
No, you can't steal them. They're gonna know. I'm too much of a rule follower for this group. All these people have to have a shirtless scene. It must be in their contracts. If they're gonna work this hard to look this muscular, they gotta be able to show it off, right? Is she without her arm? I mean, her hand?
Sorry if it seemed like I was flirting with the High Priestess.
You were.
I wasn't.
You kind of were, though.
Well, I feel like you do care. That's why I'm apologizing. So sorry.
Gamora is not
Oh my god.
Biovet. The most melodic song in the world could be playing. She wouldn't even tap her foot. One might assume she was dead.
That does sound pretty hot.
It wouldn't be my tender regions and gore.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Can you say that Yara root? No, it's not ripe yet, and I hate you.
And I hate you.
This is weird. We've got a sovereign fleet approaching from the rear.
Why would they do that?
Probably because Rocket stole some of their batteries.
Dude!
So this is a group of people who doesn't want to risk the lives of their own citizens. But then they're risking the lives of their own citizens? Oh! They're not actually doing it. Okay, that makes so much sense. Wow, they are very advanced.
Fire was the intent to kill.
Oh,
To make it through that, you'd have to be the greatest pilot in the universe.
Lucky for us. I
I I do wonder who's a better pilot, Quill or Rocket?
I was cybernetically engineered to pilot a spacecraft.
Really?
We still have a sovereign craft behind us.
Only one? Oh, she's really hungry.
It's not ripe.
It's not ripe.
Come on, Zylak, you can do this.
No, you can't, Zylak. You will fail in front of all of your people, and they will laugh. This feels like the most intense arcade game ever. Good job.
You suck, Zylak.
Typical.
What did I tell you, Zylak? You're a failure, man. Poor Zylak.
Son of a...
Oh my god!
They went around the field!
They went around the field. Because that was an option, and I didn't know it was an option. Okay.
Someone destroyed all our ships!
Who did that? Was it his friend, the whistling one?
Oh my god, he's still out there?
You should really get back in there, sweetheart. From a safety perspective. Is he just... Were those M&Ms? Goodness. Oh, he's just hitting every tree. He's hitting them all. I think you're gonna need a different ship. But that's just my guess.
Either one of you could have gotten us through that field. Had you flown with what's between your ears instead of what's between your legs.
I agree.
What's between my legs had a hand on it, I guarantee I could have landed this ship.
Don't call me a raccoon!
I'm sorry. I took it too far. I meant trash panda.
Oh, that's so mean.
Is that better?
It's worse. It's so much worse.
It's worse. It's worse. He didn't know.
I'm not a fool, Nebula.
You are a fool if you deprive yourself of hand in combat.
You'll attack me the moment I let you go.
No, I won't.
You know, you'd think
I love that she said that in a way that was so obvious.
After all these years, I've found you.
Oh, I feel like that was really creepy.
My name is Ego. And I'm your dad, Peter.
Ego? Who would name their kid that? I remember Peter's friend. Yeah! They said that his dad wasn't a very nice person.
You've gone duck.
Now I know who that duck is. Thank you for letting me know in the comments.
Jakar. It's been some time.
Is he his boss?
You betrayed the code. Ravagers don't deal in kids.
I didn't know what was going on.
You didn't know because you didn't want to know because it made you rich. But you'll never hear the horns of freedom when you die, Yondu. You broke all our hearts.
So he took the money, but he never gave Peter to the dad. I wonder if they know that. I mean, he still took a kid. What is she stepping on? Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, these people are so pretentious. I think I would just walk to her, just speed up the conversation a little bit.
I thought Yondu was your father.
What?
You look exactly alike.
One's blue. Let's say we head out there right now. Your associates are welcome. Even that triangle-faced monkey there. Promise you. Finally get to be the father I've always wanted to be. Excuse me. Gotta take a whiz.
I'm not buying it.
Let's go take a walk.
Everyone in these movies is so good at whistling. She's never interacted with anyone before?
It's called a practical joke.
I liked it very much.
Did you? You almost had your hand bit off.
Listen, if he ends up being evil, we'll just kill him.
I love her.
We'll be back before Rocket's finished fixing the ship.
You can fix that?
What if the
Bye. Oh, he's so cute.
Hope Daddy isn't as big of a dick as you, orphan boy.
What is your goal here? To get everybody to hate you?
Oh, something's bothering him. And everybody keeps making fun of the way he looks. What is the purpose of this aesthetic?
Can I ask you a personal question?
Oh.
That looks so uncomfortable.
You feel love. Romantic. Sexual love.
No, I don't.
For her.
No. Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little bit.
You must be so embarrassed.
Lammy. He's in love.
Oh, my God.
So unbelievably uncool.
That is so mean. You're just pointing and laughing at someone. Oh.
Touch me, and the only thing you're gonna feel is a broken jaw.
Okay.
I can make a stubborn person compliant, but I mostly use it to help my master sleep.
Ew. Your master? Is she allowed to leave or like interact with people? Rocket. Good job, Rocket. I was certain there was no way they were going to be able to get out of this one with all those people. But Rocket's a little genius. Oh, they're going up so high. Gosh, there's still so many of them.
Hey there, rat.
That's so mean.
Your friend. There's too many of them.
No.
He needs my help.
Don't do it, Groot.
That ain't right. I just gotta say it this one time, Captain. No matter how many times Quill betrays you, you protect him.
There must be some kind of peaceful resolution to this, fellas. Or even a violent one, where I'm standing over there.
Oh my god. Hello? You finally got your food.
It's not ripe.
It's not ripe, girl. They were trying to tell you. The soundtrack is so good. Ego's planet. Okay, it's just all his.
Welcome, everyone, to my world.
Wow. You have your own planet?
I want my own planet. I love this so much.
I created what I imagined biological life to be like.
Did you make a penis?
Dude.
I got a penis.
Ha! Thank you.
It's not half bad.
Couldn't you just like build it yourself though, so you can make it whatever you want?
It was with Meredith that I first experienced love.
Oh. Why didn't you stay with
If you
her?
loved her, why did you leave her?
Yes! Lammy, we must be brave while people are taunting Groot. Okay. No, 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 no. Oh, gosh. That's horrible.
Your name is Taserface? Do you shoot tasers out of your face?
It's metaphorical!
But you left the most wonderful woman ever. To die alone.
I didn't.
I love that's how he talks about his mom.
Yes! Yes! Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa!
Wow. Is he capable of doing that all the time, or is it just on this particular planet? Because he's so connected to it because his dad created it. Oh, I want to know more about Celestials now. This is so cool.
Peter.
You're playing catch with your dad? Lammy, they're playing catch. Oh, that is so cool. And I do have to say, this planet is the prettiest planet. It's like little heaven. He should have brought Peter's mom to this planet.
People usually want cute pets. Why would Ego want such a hideous one?
I am hideous?
You are horrifying to look at. But that's a good thing.
Oh?
When you're ugly and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are.
Oh.
Hey, what about this little plant? Can I smash it with a rock?
No.
No.
It's too adorable.
You may
to
not.
kill.
He is too adorable to kill.
I was a Kree battle slave for 20 years when Stakar freed me. We weren't so different from you and your friends. The only family I ever had when I broke the code.
Gosh, we're getting such a great backstory for him. You just kicked Groot. Oh. And he's just a little baby. He needs a hug. He looks so defeated.
Thing I wore on my head, there's a drawer next to the bunk. It's in that. It's red. You got it?
When he runs, there's a squishy sound. Because he's all wet. He has a little stuffy he's sleeping with.
That's
No.
my underwear.
You did so well, though.
Fucker's eye. He takes it out when he sleeps.
He's gonna wake up tomorrow, and he's not gonna know where his eye is!
No, Groot, but you're doing so well. That's a desk.
This big.
It's this big. Holy mother of the Hulk.
Tell me you guys have a refrigerator somewhere with a bunch of severed human toes.
Uh-huh.
And let's just agree to never discuss this.
I would love that. Oh my goodness.
The drawer you want to open has this symbol on it.
That could have been useful a long time ago, maybe before the toe was severed. Yeah. Yeah. I love that he's just been like grabbing a bunch of stuff this whole time, and now we're worried about it. Waking everyone up. No.
That ain't it.
They killed all my friends.
Yeah. Damn, that fin's huge. Okay. Oh my goodness, Baby Groot is violent. Gosh, these people are so deadly. Oh good, you're saving him too.
Where to, Captain?
Ego.
Okay.
What?
No?
Healthy form of alien body to hop more than 50 jumps at a time. We're about to do 700.
Whoa.
What are you doing, Peter?
A little romance.
Dance.
Oh, are you a dancing gal or no? This is so cute. I do like them together.
What an unspoken thing.
Guy and a girl on a TV show dig each other but never say it because if they do, the ratings would go down.
Disgusting right now. Is something about this place? It doesn't feel right.
What are you talking about?
It is weird that it's completely isolated.
I finally found my family. Don't you understand that?
I thought you already had.
Wow. She feels like she's being replaced because she's been searching for a family for a really long time. It's not like, I don't think Thanos was a family to her. Does that hurt him when you do that? If he is the planet. Oh. Well, if cutting off a little flower hurt, that must hurt a lot. How does Ego not know this is happening? Wouldn't he all of a sudden be like, what the hell? Damn, that's a big gun. Yeah, she is your family in a way. Oh, God, that's terrifying. She just saved your life.
Do not tell me what I want.
I don't need to tell you what you want. It's obvious.
You were the one who wanted to win, and I just wanted a sister. You were all I had. You were the one who needed to win. Thanos pulled my eye from my head, and my brain from my skull, and my arm from my body. Because of you.
How is she still alive after all of that? Wow. Okay, so maybe her story is a lot worse than Bucky's. That's so sad. This story is really about family.
I'm immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I can use the light to build cool things like how you made this whole planet.
Well, it might take you a few million years of practice.
A few million? So Peter can't die.
What do you want?
I'm gonna make some weird shit.
But you know, only we can take the bridle of the cosmos and lead it to where it needs to go.
So what's his goal? Did he find out that he has an Infinity Stone and wants it?
Come with me.
If he wants to rule the cosmos? What does she know? Oh, this is scary.
What?
I tried to let you down easily by telling you I found you disgusting.
That was
that's
easy.
not what
Don't fake retch. That's rude.
I have found meaning.
What is he doing to Peter? Oh my god! Oh my god! What is that? Oh no, 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 no.
This planet.
Yeah, I would get off. I would get off right now. So, did that planet used to have a ton of people on it?
Oh, man. Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, at that time, I was a Federal Expressman.
Oh my gosh, Stan Lee! Was he talking about his cameos? Because he was a Federal Expressman in Civil War. Oh.
What the hell you doing, boy?
I can tell by how you talked about him. This ego's bad news.
So is ego the physical manifestation of the concept of ego? I'm assuming that that's what he is, kind of like the Roman gods. Like love and power, there would be ego. That makes me want to meet all the others.
Scientists what made you never gave a rat's ass about you. Just like my own damn parents who sold me into slavery. I know who you are, boy, because you're me.
Oh.
What kind of a pair are we?
The kind that's about to go fight a planet, I reckon.
How do you fight a planet? So wait. Yondu was aware.
The expansion. It is my purpose.
So wait, when he was putting that thing on Earth, was that his way of connecting to it? So he could like somehow control all the other planets?
Implanted thousands of extensions of myself on thousands of worlds. Single celestial doesn't have enough power for such an enterprise.
Oh.
But two celestial
He's half.
just might do.
Bodies
Is he controlling Quill?
are his children.
What? Ew. What?
Such a coupling would be enough to power the expansion.
What?
I had Yondu deliver some of them to me.
Oh no.
To ease his conscience, I said I'd never hurt them. And that was true. I never felt a thing. Not one of them carried the celestial genes. Until you, Peter.
So you just killed them?
He's our friend.
All any of you do is yell at each other. You are not friends.
You're right. We're family.
We're family.
We leave no one behind.
Yeah.
Except maybe you.
I am truly not alone!
That's actually eerily sweet. I can't... Okay, so he's a villain, but he just wants to meet his son.
My friends. Oh, well, you see, that's the mortal in you, Peter.
I don't know how to feel about this, because he wants connection. That would be so isolating, just being alone. He's just going about it in such a villainous way.
I returned to Earth to see her 3 times, and I knew if I returned a 4th, I'd never leave. Reason for my very existence would be over, so I did what I had to do.
What?
It broke my heart to put that tumor in her head.
What the hell? You killed her?
No, all right. I know that sounds bad. You killed my mother! I tried so hard to find the form that best suited you!
Oh my god, he can control the whole planet. He can control the whole planet.
I suppose you'll have to learn by spending the next 1,000 years as a battery!
Gosh, this starts off with a battery and it's ending with a battery. So what was his real purpose for Peter? Was he oh, that planet has a face. Was he always gonna use him as a battery? He was just gonna hope he was compliant about it? No. I can't believe you just did that. Okay, Peter's dad sucks. Oh god, no. Not the Dairy Queen. So he's just taking over all of planet Earth and then every other planet. This dude's seriously scary.
Well, once I figured out what happened to them other kids, I wasn't just gonna hand you over.
Oh.
You people have issues.
Well, of course I have issues.
Oh God, that was terrifying. Why? Oh. Okay, I hate this planet. I hate it so much. I do not know how to process this movie. It is taking everything I know about the MCU and expanding it so rapidly. So there's a celestial who's like a lowercase g god who wanted to take over the world because of course he's ego. So there has to be other celestials. Oh no, those people are coming because he gave them the coordinations. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, was that guy's name Xylar? He's coming back for revenge.
Our sensors detect the batteries are below the surface of the planet. Dive!
Oh, so they're gonna help them destroy the planet. That's good.
A few moments later.
Maybe they're not gonna help you destroy the planet.
You think when I make this arrow fly, I use my head?
Oh, a giant part of your ship is gone. That's not good.
We drill into the center, we kill him.
Can you kill a celestial though? Or do you just kind of reset them before he had a planet? Okay, I was wrong. They're not gonna help you destroy the planet. They're gonna make it worse. But at least we have a good song.
Meaning what? The entire planet will explode. We'll have to get out of here fast.
You're bringing baby Groot? That seems a bit dangerous for baby Groot.
He's coming.
Oh god.
You say you could make him sleep?
When he wants. He's too powerful. I can't.
You could though.
Because I believe in you.
I believe in you too. Well, that was convenient.
I never thought you'd be able to do it.
I don't think she did. Oh, okay. I thought he was just gonna like spring back really quickly.
We need to place it on Ego's core. And our fat butts ain't gonna fit through those tiny holes.
That's why you brought baby Groot.
First you flick this switch, then this switch. That activates it. Then you push this button.
That's way too complicated for him.
I'm Groot.
That's right. No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
His little
I am Groot?
Yeah.
I'm Groot.
No. Why does that button even exist on this particular bomb?
Does anybody have any tape out there? I want to put some tape over the death button.
I don't have any tape. Let me check.
Maybe a little post-it or like a sign. I don't think Drax is gonna have any. He has Scotch tape?
Scotch tape would work if you don't have it.
Oh.
Nobody has any tape.
Nobody has
Not
tape.
a single person has tape.
Why would they have tape? You're in space.
You ask Nebula. Yes.
You didn't ask her.
I asked Yondu and she was sitting right next to him.
Oh, he's so happy right before he kills everyone. You're so all gonna die.
Don't screw with the sovereign.
This is gonna hurt.
Oh, God. Oh my gosh. Can we just acknowledge how incredible Nebulous is? Nebula or Nebulous? I mean, that looked very painful.
You look like Mary Poppins.
Is he cool?
He does.
Hell yeah, he's cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, you are Mary Poppins. I love that. I love this group together. What a cool shot. Oh my God. Oh my. Okay. Happy moment over. Back to death and destruction. Got it. Where is the dad? Come on, Groot, you can do it. Because you are Groot. Oh my God. No, 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 no. Your sister is gonna save you. This is such a rewarding relationship.
Get over it.
Never. Good job, Yondu. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yeah, maybe run the other way. I just love that they're on each other's side now. This movie is very intense, I must say. I'm so glad they add so much humor in it because this is intense. Oh, he's so creepy. Oh, he's trying so hard to keep her safe. Don't you dare hurt Groot.
I don't want to do this alone.
The amount of ego this ego has. He makes everything about him, doesn't he? You might want to get away from that. Yeah. This movie has killed a lot of people. Normally we don't quite see as much of it, but we saw a lot of the Ravagers die. No.
What greater meaning can life possibly have to offer?
Love.
Don't use my head to fly the arrow, boy. I use my heart.
Yeah, you can tap into the power, right? And turn it on him.
You shouldn't have killed my mom and squished my Walkman.
I am so curious. Yay, she lived with her beautiful baby. I am so amazed. And I'm really wondering what the next Earth movie is going to be like now that we know that Earth has been taken over partially by a celestial. Especially after we saw the Avengers go through the Sokovia Accords and kind of break up a little bit. I'm really curious as to how they're all going to respond. No. No, no. No. Yes. Good. Oh, he's running so fast. Good job. Good job, baby Groot. Lammy. Groot did it. Especially now that we know that the Sokovia Accords were basically Earth's way of saying we want to have some kind of control over the superheroes that are running rampant throughout the planet. And now here's a celestial just being like, screw that, I'm gonna take y'all over.
Get to the ship!
What is that post-celestial takeover gonna look like?
Not without you.
I ain't done nothing right my whole damn life, Rat. You need to give me this.
No.
I am Groot.
He says, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. Only he didn't use frickin'.
Oh.
We're gonna need to have a real discussion about your language.
Oh, he used a worse word. I thought he added the frickin' to spice it up a little bit. He made it PG. Got it. How did they both know to do that? What? Peter, this really is an arcade game.
Rocket, where is he? Rocket. Rocket, look at me! Where is he?
I can only afford to lose one friend today.
If you kill me, you'll be just like everybody else.
What's so wrong with that?
No!
So he won't have any powers anymore because he won't be linked to his dad. Wow, the graphics were really cool on that. Oh. So now he's just a mortal human like his mom. So now he wouldn't be able to hold an Infinity Stone.
He may have been your father, boy, but he wasn't your daddy.
No, he wasn't.
What?
Oh, come on. We can't lose someone. Don't hold your breath. I learned expel it all.
No.
Why couldn't the ship just be there waiting? This is so unnecessarily deadly. Wait, but they saved Gamora, and Gamora was out there for a little bit. I'm so used to Marvel just bringing everyone back that I haven't fully accepted this. Is this a funeral? Are we actually seeing one of the main characters die? Wow.
Both Yondu and David Hasselhoff went on kick-ass adventures and hooked up with hot women. I guess David Hasselhoff did kind of end up being my dad after. I had a pretty cool dad.
Yeah, you did. That's so sad that he lost the idea of his dad and then the guy who actually raised him at the same time.
Thing you're searching for your whole life. It's right there by your side all along. You don't even know it.
That was a really great shot to those two sisters who always wanted family.
Little girls like you across the universe who are in danger. You can stay with us and help them.
I will help them by killing Thanos.
Is this a hugging moment? It is a hugging moment. You could hug her back.
You will always be my sister.
It's called a Zune. It's what everybody's listening to on Earth nowadays. It's got 300 songs on it.
300 songs?
Oh, 300. Sweetie, you need to come back to Earth. We got a lot of better stuff now.
Rocket, grab the pieces and reassemble them. I think Yondu would want you to have them.
Gosh, I really loved how much of a great backstory they gave Yondu in this one, and we just got to learn so much more about him and his motivations. Oh. Who? All the other Ravagers.
It's a Ravager funeral.
Gosh, I was not expecting this movie to be so emotional.
Always been the same.
He didn't let us down after all, Captain.
He did not.
You're finally making up with him? Oh. Baby Groot is the cutest thing. Are you going to acknowledge that you're in love? Please have a happy ending for this very sad movie.
It's an unspoken thing.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
And so are you.
Is there something going on there, or was that just... Oh no! Oh my goodness. Okay, that clarified it a little. So that was the end. Oh, thank God for a post-credit scene. Guardians of the Galaxy will return. Okay. You are gonna lose an eye, sweetheart. I'm so... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh gosh, that was funny. This was a great movie. This was so much to process. I need a tissue. And is that Cosmo?
But I think he'd be proud knowing that we're back as a team. I'm in. Dope.
I miss you guys so much.
What say we steal some shit?
High Priestess, the council is waiting.
They are perturbed I've wasted our resources.
I think they're a bit more than perturbed, sweetie.
That is the next step in our evolution. More capable of destroying the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think I shall call him.
Him?
Adam.
What? That didn't look like a him. Oh, that was a birthing pod. So there was something inside of that thing. Okay, so there's gonna be an Adam that's now... I'm assuming he's gonna be like along the same lines of power as someone like Ronan. He can't be more powerful than Thanos because it's already been established that Thanos is like the most powerful. What about Ego? Ego versus Thanos. Who's more powerful? Oh my goodness. That post-credit scene didn't give me enough information.
Seriously? You gotta clean up your room. It's a complete mess.
I am Groot.
I'm not boring. You're...
Oh, he hit puberty.
And
And now I know how Yondu felt.
That's Howard, right? Howard the duck? Stan Lee's cameo? Oh, that was good. It sounded like he was telling the aliens all of the different times that he had done cameos in these projects. No, maybe he was probably telling them about all the different jobs he had had, but it kind of seemed like he was referring to the different cameos he's had, which was really, really cool.
Hey, fellas. Hey, wait, where are you going? Gee, I've got so many more stories to tell. Guys. Oh, gee.
I want to hear all of your stories, Stanley. I want to hear every single one. Why were they leaving Stan Lee there? Those monsters. You can't just leave him stranded. That was amazing. That was so good. I love that they gave us quite a few post-credit scenes. I love that we ended on Stan Lee. If we have to have a pretty epic death near the end of this movie, I'm glad we get to end with Stan Lee, because that just warmed my heart and put the biggest smile on my face. I don't know why, but every time he comes on screen, I love it. I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's my favorite part of any Marvel movie is when he's in here. Okay, let's talk about Guardians of the Galaxy 2. First of all, this was an epic movie. I have not been disappointed with any movie so far in the Marvel Universe, and this one was awesome. The CGI in this movie, everything was amazing, and I know that Ego was a horrible villain. However, his planet was so cool. Ugh, if only he wasn't horrifically evil and wanting everyone dead, I would so love to go to that planet. It just looked so beautiful. And the first thing I thought of was anything that seems like a heaven is usually a hell. Anything that seems like a utopia is usually a dystopia. But I wasn't really sure where they were going with this because, you know, Yondu seemed to dislike the dad, Ego. But at the same time, Yondu was a bit of a villain in the first one. And so I didn't really know why he viewed Ego as a bad person. And now we know, because he was killing all of his children and a terrible, horrifying celestial being. Now that we know celestials exist in the MCU, what does that mean? Does that have a ripple effect on exposing all of the other celestials that are in this world? I'm really curious if Ego exists and if Ego was, I don't know if Ego was supposed to be the planetary manifestation of the concept of Ego, who then manifested himself into a physical life form. If that's the case, then arguably there could potentially be planets for every concept that exists, right? The same way that we have gods and demigods in various mythological cultures, you'd think that there would be other celestials that would be equally as powerful as Ego, right? Unless, I mean, it's a bit egotistical to think that Ego is the most powerful of all of them, right? But I don't know. It would be really cool to start meeting other celestials. I think Marvel has a movie called Eternals, and I am curious if it borderlines on that concept, but I guess I'll have to see because I don't think that's for a while. I just remember that there was a lot of press for that more recently. That would be really cool if we kind of were able to dive into that concept a little bit, because the concept of Ego being a planet and being this eternal godlike, lowercase godlike being was so cool to me, and I wanted to see more of it. I hated that he was evil and wanted to take over everything, but I guess it made sense because he was an epic villain. I mean, for a villain, he was pretty hardcore. I can't think of a scarier villain at this point than a villain that invites you to their magical planet and then tries to use you as a battery pack for that planet and wants all of your friends dead and to take over the entire universe. And by the way, how cool is it that the movie starts off recognizing the importance of batteries? The Guardians of the Galaxy have been hired by the Sovereign, I think they're called, to protect their batteries. And yet the movie ends with the concept of this planet needing a battery to continue to thrive and grow and spread himself all throughout the universe. That was a really tight storyline, and I loved that it was so synchronistic from beginning, middle to end. And I also really loved the fact that tonally we had so many family situations coming up. We had the relationship between Peter and his dad, Peter and Yondu. I loved that despite the fact that Peter's real dad wasn't a very good person, we get to realize that Peter was raised ultimately by somebody that did love and care for him. And even if he was a bit of a, even if he was threatening to eat Peter, he still cared for him deep down. And the fact that he sacrificed himself for Peter was obviously so moving. It brought me to tears, and it was crazy seeing him die. We have not seen a lot of main characters die in the MCU. We've seen a lot of casualties of war, a lot of people that have died as glorified extras. In Captain America's Civil War, that was really the first time any characters really were motivated to confront the Avengers because of people in their personal lives that had died. So we were starting to see death kind of creep into the world, but it still didn't feel that personal because we weren't seeing people necessarily dying up close. We weren't getting to know them much before they died. This movie completely changed that, because not only did we see a lot of Ravagers die that were with Yondu, I mean, some of them seemed like they were with him from the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but I wasn't as familiar with all the different Ravager actors. But those kills were so callous and unnecessary. We've always seen necessary deaths. We haven't really seen a lot of unnecessary death in this. And oh my gosh, when that guy was sent out into space and then the camera pulls back and shows that he's surrounded by a bunch of his friends, that just broke my heart. And I didn't know how to feel when Rocket starts making jokes about Taserface because I wasn't ready to laugh yet. So it seemed like they were really trying to maintain the comedy in this, but I didn't know what to do. It was like such a roller coaster of emotions. Yondu was a really big main character. He was one of the main villains. I mean, it was basically him and Ronan, right? So the fact that he went from being a villain in the first movie to being such an important and life-saving figure in Quill's life. He was the dad that Quill never knew he really had. And that was so beautiful to realize that. All of the family relationships in this and how it unfolded for every character was just so great to see. Even though Ego was a total villain, I do have to say his point about wanting to not be alone in the universe is probably a really important one. Here we see this celestial being who's talking about the fact that he's been completely alone and he had to find meaning, but he never found meaning with other people because he was never with anyone else. He was all by himself, and that kind of isolation, obviously it's going to take a toll on you, and you're going to kind of emphasize the importance of you as opposed to the importance of anyone else because you've never had to focus on anyone else. So when he finally does meet Quill's mom and he has to choose. Is he going to fall in love with her? Is he going to pick finding meaning in another person? Or is he just going to continue finding meaning in himself? I think that was actually a crossroads that a lot of these characters had to go through. And we see choosing yourself makes you the villain. All of these other characters chose to choose other people. We saw Nebula really reach out to Gamora and say, when I was a little girl, I just wanted you. I didn't care about winning. I just wanted you. And Gamora was like, I just cared for me. I just was thinking about survival, which kind of made her a secondary villain in Nebula's life because obviously Nebula wanted to be loved. I'm not really sure how it played out in the comics, but because you guys would probably have a much better interpretation of all of these characters than I would if you've been reading the comics and had these characters with you for a very long time. So I can just go off of what I'm seeing in the MCU. But it does seem like there is such an importance of connection and not giving up on people and not leaving people isolated, because really, how are they ever going to interact well with one another and not become villains in their own lives the same way Ego did? The fact that Ego put a tumor in Quill's mom's head, I did not see that coming a mile away. I just didn't see it coming. And it was, I didn't even know he could create cancer in somebody. I mean, my goodness, these Celestials, if there are more than one, I'm very curious as to what the hell they've been doing. Can we acknowledge that beautiful conversation between Yondu and Rocket where they were screaming at each other, but also talking about really important stuff? That was so good. Oh, I love that Yondu understood Rocket, and we did seem to get a little bit more information about Rocket's past, that he was experimented on by scientists who just didn't care about him. We also learned that he was genetically enhanced or engineered in order to be a pilot. I'm not really sure what the purpose of that was or what planet he was experimented on. I would think that raccoons are from Earth, so was he taken from Earth, or I don't know, maybe he was part of some kind of scientist program where they were capturing animals from all different planets and trying to figure out how to genetically modify them. I don't know. I'll be really interested to see more about his story, but it kind of sounds like he might have had a similar storyline to Bucky as well, meaning that he sounds like he was just basically tortured and experimented on and turned into whatever his captors wanted him to be, which seems to be a growing theme with some of these characters. We have so far the Winter Soldier that's had a storyline like that. It seems like Nebula, I always want to call her Nebulous. It seems like Nebula has had something like that too. And it seems like Gamora as well, but Gamora wasn't exactly torn apart the same way that Nebula was. But so far, these three people, Bucky, Rocket, and Nebula, seem to have just been horrifically torn apart and experimented on for the purpose of their captors' ultimate goal, which was to turn them into, I guess, deadlier or more capable versions of their original selves. So if Rocket's story is anything like Bucky's, I don't want to know more about it. But at the same time, I do want to know more about it because I want to know more about Rocket. They make him a punchline a lot of times and people really make fun of him. And I don't like that because you can tell that it bothers him, you know, like when someone called him triangle face, and I don't remember who it was, but he started looking at his face and it's like, he's already the product of what other people wanted him to be without seeming to have much say in his experiences in his life. He finally has control over who he is. I'm assuming that he was completely controlled by the scientists for a while. And now that he's away from all of that, he seems alone as well. And it's interesting that everybody in this movie was looking for a connection of some kind. And even though Rocket has really great friends, he is isolated from the standpoint that it's not like there are any other raccoons that are like him, at least not that I know of. So I imagine that his experiences have been very lonely. I just like these people so much. They look out for each other. Like Nebula said, they yell at each other a lot. But as Drax said, they're not friends, they're family. And the fact that so many of them have lost family, Thanos, I think, killed Nebula and Gamora's families and then obviously adopted them into his weird little family that I don't fully understand. But I guess we'll get more information about that. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because it sounds like they all have terrible lives. And Drax's family was killed by Ronan. So Rocket is on his own. Groot, some of you mentioned that Groot perhaps is the last of his kind, or at least we don't see any more Groots in the world. So Groot and Rocket, interestingly, the Groot and Rocket found each other and they do seem to be one of a kind at this point. But all of them have had family die. And then Quill, his mom died, but then he still had his dad out there, but we learned his dad was kind of crappy. So yeah, he's lost everyone too. He lost his biological dad. He lost his makeshift dad in Yondu. He lost his parents. Every single one of the Guardians of the Galaxy seems to be an orphan and has had their family die. We don't know about Mantis. She was an orphan. I am curious as to what it was like for her when he was bringing his other children to the planet and she would meet them and apparently not. I'm assuming she didn't interfere at all. I would like to know more about that. I would love for Mantis to have been like, by the way, I saw the other people and they died. But you guys are the first people I'd actually like to save. Like, had she ever tried to save anyone before? Or maybe she had been completely isolated, so she had never really formed a connection with any of them. Maybe she didn't know they were all dying. She had to have known they were dying because she was an empath. And she would have been able to feel their pain or the fact that they were dying, right? Anyway, this was such a good movie and there was so much to it. It definitely made the MCU expand like tenfold because we just learned that there's so much more to the MCU than what we previously knew about. It was really cool to see an expansion of the stories going on in this world that are just not on Earth. You know, we really got to see a more well-rounded perspective of what's going on in the universe. And to be honest, everything going on in this movie just kind of made the stuff happening on Earth in the previous movies that we've had just seem a little bit futile, because you realize that there's a whole lot more going on than just the dramas of Earth. You know what I mean? Like, when is Earth going to start involving itself in the political structure of the entire universe? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Thor kind of mentioned that Earth has been relatively left alone because it doesn't seem to have the power required to involve itself in any kind of intergalactic war. He had mentioned that, I can't remember when it was, but he had mentioned it in regards to the Infinity Stones. He was like, the fact that you have Infinity Stones here kind of makes people want to engage with Earth a little bit more, but up until now you haven't really had a lot of power, which kind of goes based off of what Vision said in Captain America Civil War. He said something about power inciting violence, and it's somewhat similar to what Thor said, although I have to say, if somebody wanted to take over Earth, you know, they're going to. It's better to be prepared, I think, than not prepared. So now I'd really like to know what's going on with the Guardians of the Galaxy. What are they going to do from here? We know that the other Ravagers are going to continue thieving. Nebula mentioned that she wants to destroy Thanos. Gamora mentioned that there are a lot of other people to protect in the universe. So I am curious as to whether or not they're going to stay together. Are they going to continue being hired to protect people? Although I don't know if anyone can really trust them, since they were stealing those batteries when they were hired to protect them originally. So maybe that ship of being respected has sailed. I don't know if people are really going to know that they protected everybody from ego. But the fact that Nebula wants to destroy Thanos, this is something she's been saying for quite a few movies. I think the first time we met her was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's when she said initially that she wasn't really happy with Thanos. So this has been building up now quite a bit for her to be able to maybe take Thanos on. I'm not really sure what that's going to look like though. Hopefully she and Gamora will work together on that. Hopefully all of the Guardians will work together on that. I am so excited to see what the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be doing next, and I can't wait for the next Marvel movie. Make sure you are subscribed and hit that bell notification so you don't miss that upload. I come out with a Marvel reaction every other Friday. And like this video if you enjoy this content, it really supports my channel, and Lammy and I appreciate it so much. All right, I'll see you all next time. Bye.